unknown worlds announcing the third game set in the Subnautica universe, what's it going to be? I wager a guess it's going to be a dating sim. Let's talk about that. Hi, hello, and welcome to the video. My name is Danahan, and this is What If, a series where I'm given a random prompt and a random game, and I have to make a case for what if it was a game. Today's argument is, what if Subnautica were a dating sim? And this is going to be a fun one. So, if Subnautica were a dating sim, okay, yeah, there's an argument to make. Okay, right. So, you crash land from the Aurora on the planet, and there's barely any life left around, but there's all the other survival escape pods, and they crash land on the land as well. So the basic premise would be, that's kind of boring, that's kind of quick. It's kind of like, hey, you land on the planet, and you go to the other escape pods, and you kind of like romance them, and maybe work together to like make a harem of engineers. Nah, I don't like that. If Subnautica were a dating sim, maybe it would start on Riley's homeworld before he even gets on the Aurora. Maybe it's like a prequel to like how he got. Maybe it's, yeah, okay, cool, Titanic-like. So yeah, okay, right. So it's a prequel to Subnautica set on Riley's homeworld, where he's not the best engineer, but like he has the skill. He passed the class, but he's kind of like the lowest of his grade. So like he's really not supposed to be on the Aurora, but like he kind of Mass Effect-esque, where like you kind of flirt your way up through the ship. You're not supposed to be on the ship. You're meant to be like staying at home, working on, I don't know, Altera's railway or something. I don't know. But you want to go on the Aurora because you want to explore new worlds. So you kind of like you start flirting with the crew and try to get your place on the spaceship, and you have to slowly flirt your way up. Like you start with like just a random person on the crew, they invite you onto the ship for a drink, and then you be a douchebag and abandon them, and then maybe you find like a crewmate, and they introduce you to their supervisor, and you have to flirt with them and get like good grades with them, and then they introduce you to their boss, and you get good grades with them, and then they introduce you to the captain, and like all that. It would be a bit of a short game though, that's the problem. If Subnautica were a dating sim, I mean that works. Oh god, I've just had a terrible idea. Am I gonna make this case? If Subnautica were a dating sim. Oh, this is just forming in my mind. It gets worse every possible second. Okay, if Subnautica were a dating sim, it would start on the Aurora when you're already traveling through space, where like you kind of it's tutorials. Spaceship is like tutorials where like you're wandering around the ship, and there's a girl or a guy, depending on both genders, whatever, or there could be a non-binary person you flirt with. Just it's the whatever 2570 I think it is in Subnautica or whatever. But yeah, it's the future. Love whoever you want, even in the present day. Love whoever you want, as long as it's not illegal, or as long as they're a consenting adult. Love whoever you want. But yeah, it starts out on the spaceship, and it's kind of like tutorial-esque, where like you're kind of wandering around the Aurora. There's like, hey, his potential partner number one. And he's talking to them like, hi, how are you doing today? Caffey or something. I could sure go for a drink. Sure, let's go grab it. It's like choice like coffee, alcohol, water, or something. Like, which choice to pick? And then you have to, like, if you explore the ship, it's like, oh, it's Caffey. Oh, you know, Caffey, she loves her coffee. Coffee it is. You go back to her, yeah, let's go grab a coffee. And you get like points that way, and like you build up the hearts, and it's kind of tutorial-esque, and like it teaches you about the mechanics, where you need to like explore the area to find information about the character to be able to like best romance them. And then the ship gets shot down, and you crash land on the planet in your escape pod, all alone, without any other life forms or no other human life forms around. So what do? You romance the alien creatures on the planet. Whatever, it's the 26th century. This could be normalized by them. Whatever, sure. So it starts out, you crash land in like the shallows, where it's kind of like easy mode. Now it's in the tutorial, but you have to learn. Like, get out of your space pod. It's like, hey, gas pod, how you doing? And it's just like you're like swimming around. You see what kind of food they eat. Like they eat like the kelp. Their quite noisy. You need to like kind of learn the alien language, and it's like, hey Gaspod, what's up? It's like, I think Gaspod is so you click on that one, and like blushing Gaspod. Oh, I'm making this argument. Okay. Also, the gas pod, like you'd move up to like stalkers, like they'd be like, no. It would be like anime girls, like like stalkers would be like tsundere, wouldn't they? Like, I'm not biting you for any reason. Not like I like you or anything. I'm just biting you because I wanted to bite something. Like they have like long purple hair, like white clothing, and like purple bracelets. Kind of the color scheme of the stalkers. Like sharp wit, and you have to kind of like romance them. After stalkers, you like move your way up to, I don't know, some of the other creatures. You'd eventually make it to the Leviathan, which would be terrifying. Because it's just like the one's like, wow, that was a really pretty roar. Right. Oh god, and then you seduce a Leviathan. You're like, you sleep with a Leviathan in this game. That's what happens. Yeah, once you get enough Riz, I guess you could. Like, you gotta flirt with some of the smaller life forms before you can get to the Leviathan. Because if you haven't got enough like credit or swagger, I guess Riz is the right word. I feel weird saying the word Riz. I've never said Riz in my life before today. But you have enough Riz to like sway a Leviathan. Like, yeah, okay, I guess I'll sleep with you. And then you like ride. You can ride the Leviathan in more than one way. But you can ride the Leviathan over to the research tower, research island, and there's warpers there, which are like squid creatures, and it's the internet. We all know that's someone's fantasy. But yeah, you can like start flirting with the warpers, but they're a lot harder. They're like a difficult one to seduce because they're artificial intelligence made smart. It's like you gotta be really clever with this. Like, one target remaining. Looks like I've got you to capture, or something cringy like that. Some terrible pickup line that they were like, that's so dumb, but it worked. But after seducing the warpers, they can teleport you to like a deeper part of the map where there's electrical EMP squids. And you gotta seduce those. I'm making this argument. This is what I'm doing with my day. But you seduce the squids, and you succeed to do that. And they're like, well, we'll let you pass now, and you can use the warper to teleport even deeper underwater. And then like you find the ghost Leviathan, and you're like, wow, you are one beautiful ghost Leviathan. Because it's got like a hammerhead, and this is my Ghost Leviathan impression, I guess. But you seduce the Ghost Leviathan, you move on, you get to the lava zone, and you seduce those creatures. You even find the Sea Dragon Leviathan, which is like, wow, you're a big girl, or boy, whatever. Like, wow, I'm gonna seduce that beautiful creature. This is what I'm doing with my day. Yeah, that's like the hardest difficulty. They have to seduce the Sea Dragon Leviathan, and like right at the start of the game, like when you first crash land on the planet, like you get that like telepathic message from the Sea Empress, and she's like, "It's been 1,000 years since I've had a lover. My children will not survive much longer, but you're not hot enough for me to sleep with, so I guess the planet's doomed." And then right at the end of the game, after you've seduced the Sea Dragon Leviathan, you walk into the final research facility and you find the Sea Emperor, and she's like, well, I guess you're hot enough now. Also, she's like, it's just like, oh, she's like, my children need fertilizing, otherwise they will never hatch. Well, baby, guess what I've got? And just, And then you used to do the Sea Empress, you sleep with her. And then like you go through the portal right at the end, and you go over to the containment facility. It's like disarm. Like after the eggs have hatched, the enzyme is being released. Like you deactivate the orbital laser cannon. So you like press the button, and it's like, congratulations, you saved the planet and cured the coronavirus by sleeping with the Sea Emperor. Congratulations, you saved the entire planet. Maybe don't tell people how you saved the planet though. That probably won't. So yeah, I saved the entire planet. Well, how'd you do that? Slept with little creatures. But yeah, that if Subnautica were a dating sim, that would be my argument. I've made this argument. The thing is, the worst thing about this is so goddamn dumb. But if it existed, I would absolutely play it. That's my argument. What if Subnautica were a dating sim? There's the case. I'm gonna go watch another episode of What If. Don't let this be the last one you've watched. This one's probably better, less awkward. That's a good one. Go check that one out.